Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about balance board training specifically for snowboarders. I'm going to be going over what balance actually means and some basic exercises that you can implement so you can perform better on the mountain. Before we dive in, my name is Mark. I am a doctor of physical therapy and I work exclusively with snowboard athletes. I am one half of Mobility Duo with my wife Sarah, who is a yoga instructor, massage therapist, personal trainer, all of that great stuff, all for snowboarders. We are currently working exclusively with Huku balance boards. They've given us this amazing balance board trainer for us to review, to be able to create some exercises that translate well to snowboarders and bring it back to you using our expertise. We chose Huku because they are unique in the sense that many of the balance board trainers are tail, nose, and you're kind of balancing side to side. Huku has another feature which we'll show you in just a second that really allows us to train in that heel side, toe side. I have yet to see that in another company. It's very challenging. I can stand nose and tail all day, but the heel side, toe side is a whole nother level, and it really allows us to not only train balance, but it allows us to train switch as well, and I'll show you that. So what are the benefits of balance board training? So before I dive into that, I want to make sure that we understand that nothing can truly emulate snowboarding aside from snowboarding itself on the mountain, but we train specifically off the mountain so we can perform better on the mountain, have a better time, prevent injury, etc., etc., etc. So now that we know that, what are the benefits of balance board training? So balance is generally made up of three aspects: a somatosensory, so the joints, the sensor systems in your body, where your body is in space and adjusting to that terrain; the inner ear, the VOR system, so my ability to keep my eyes fixated on something or turning my head while I'm moving in a dynamic motion; and my eyes. There's a heavy reliance on my eyes, especially as we get older, and especially for those who are aging as you get older, snowboarding in general. What do we rely on most while we snowboard? And I would say it's really a combination of all three, but if I were to pinpoint one, it would be that somatosensory, that proprioception, that ability to adjust to the terrain with your feet, ankles, knees, hips, core, all of the above, that kinetic chain in general. So now that we know what balance is actually made up of, how do we implement that in our off-mountain training? So today I'm going to be showing you some basic movements that you can do in front of your TV. You can supplement it in your normal routine in the gym, but really it's testing all of those senses or combining a combination of both. In the future, I may add some more specific exercises for strength training in general, but really the whole point of a balance board trainer is to, yes, improve our balance. Okay, so first exercise is very simple. We're just working on that heel-toe edge, finding my center of balance, my center of gravity, and really finding those extremes from both ends. So I'm going to step on it here, like so. And again, I'm just moving back and forth. I'm really utilizing my somatosensory and my vision here. All of that is reconnecting in my brain, translating it, conversing with one another to adjust my body as needed to stay balanced. All right, and again, this is really unique. I haven't seen this in any other system, so I'll just do this and watch TV, have a conversation, or supplement my normal workout. Okay, next one is my VOR system, and essentially that's my inner ear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on the Huku balance. I'm going to find a point on the wall. I'm going to be turning my head side to side or up and down. So I'll show you here. So I find my balance first, like so. I'm going to find a point in front, and I'm going to start turning my head, testing that system. When that becomes a little bit easier, I can then go up and down. And that obviously is significantly harder for me. Good. And then I can switch back. Try it out. Okay, next exercise is switch practice. So I'm not a snowboarding coach, but I have found that this helps my switch riding. The biggest difference with switch, obviously, is everything is switched backwards. So I'm going to start with my right foot planted first, and that weight distribution is going to be a little bit different as well. So right leg goes on first, and then I'm going to hop out with my left, and then I'll just practice like I would if I was riding regular as well. Okay, so last movement, we are challenging our somatosensory and VOR specifically by closing our eyes in short bouts. Be careful with this one. Make sure you have a safety mechanism in front, to the side, and back, just in case you fall. And make sure these are short periods of time that your eyes are closed, because they're really, really going to test you and your balance in general. All right, so I'm going to jump on here. Make sure that you find that nice, solid balance first. And then I'm just going to close my eyes for, let's say, bouts of 1 to 2 seconds. And then readjust. Good. Just like that. And it's actually getting easier for me a little bit over time. But again, be careful with this one. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully I explained that well on how balance works and why we're doing what we're doing on a balance board and how it can translate well onto the mountain. I'll see you next time.